Mr. Hackney, in the wake of the original look at the IRS into the 501c4 abuse, there was a battering that the agency took, a storm of right-wing disapproval by politicians, media outlets, dark money groups, charges to bring criminal referrals against one employee, efforts to impeach the IRS commissioner. Did that storm of abuse have any effect, do you believe, on enforcement motivation within the agency?
I absolutely believe it did. It impacted the way the employees of the IRS feel, the way the institution of the IRS feels. It put both the employees at risk in operating within that space, and it put the mission of the IRS at risk within that space. And I don't think it was fairly done.
Well, the reports afterwards appear to have confirmed that it was not fair, but never mind. We talked about the FEC reporting being inconsistent with the IRS reporting. To your knowledge, has the IRS ever inquired into that discrepancy or asked the Department of Justice to look into whether those discrepancies under oath amounted to false statements?
To my knowledge, from observing outside, I have never seen that take place. I've never seen them move in those ways.
And with respect to foreign use of these dark money avenues, have you ever seen the IRS take any investigative action to explore foreign use of dark money influence channels?
I have not, and I believe Commissioner Rettig recently testified that he does not know of any of that order.
So let's say that we start with the 49.9% and just round it to 50 for sake of doing the math. If you give it to one, let's say you give $8 million. You give it to Organization 1, and Organization 1 can spend $4 million on politics, and then it can give the rest of its money to Organization 2, which, having received $4 million, can then spend $2 million on politics and give the rest of its money to Organization 3, which can then spend $1 million on politics and give the remainder to Organization 4, which can spend $500,000 on politics. And at the end of the day, 93.75% of the money has been spent on politics because of coordination among the groups. And if you really wanted to play your cards right, you could give, let's say, $1 million to each of 5 groups who coordinated to spend half and give the half to the next one, spend half, give half to the next one. You would have a closed circle of spin cycle donations. And at the end of the day, the donor would have achieved the goal of getting 93.75%. Actually, with 5, it would be another cut, so it would be more like 96% of his money into politics, notwithstanding the 50% restriction. Setting aside the merits of the 50% restriction, which I think is idiotic, has the IRS ever inquired into some systematic attempts to get around that rule by these sort of spin cycle donations among coordinating entities?
To my knowledge, they have not. I believe it's something that could be attacked, but in this current environment, I don't see it happening. I don't see them having the information to take that kind of situation on.
Ms. Ravel, you've been in the Federal Election Commission seat yourself. You're aware of the concern of foreign money trying to influence our elections. In fact, we've seen Facebook political advertisements paid for, denominated in rubles, which apparently was something that the geniuses at Facebook couldn't figure out was potentially a problem. What should we be doing? How big a risk is foreign money coming through these avenues of influence, and what should we be doing about it?
Take it off mute.
You may still be on mute.
Right, okay.
You're there.
Better. There is a really big risk of foreign money. And I saw it when I was at the Federal Election Commission. We knew that there was foreign money that was being spent in these avenues. And despite what people have said about Open Secrets, while they are a data group, they are very good at analyzing these issues, and they themselves have seen evidence of foreign money coming into the United States elections. And I think it is a huge risk. We know it's illegal. We know that foreign actors are not supposed to have influence on our electoral process. So the failure to have better disclosure in this situation is really significant.
And let me,
and
go ahead.
go ahead. Sorry. No, I was going to a little bit go off script, if that's okay, and refer to the issue that you asked Mr. Harper, because as the
Mr. Hackney, you mean?
chair, yes,
Yeah.
as the
Is this
chair,
about the coordination among groups to defeat the 50%
yes,
limit? Have you actually seen that
as
happening?
I have seen it happen when I was chair of the California Fair Political Practices Commission. We knew that there was a group, that the Center to Protect Patients' Rights, that was a Koch related organization. And a lot of their money went to numerous 501c4s. And it was exactly what you described. And so the amount of money that was ultimately spent to influence a ballot measure election was in the millions of dollars. 16 million to be precise.
And to your knowledge, there's never been a single ounce of effort expended by the IRS to inquire into the problem of how a coordinated spin cycle of donations can defeat the 50% exemption, so that actually they all end up spending way more than 50%, but just go through this charade of giving each other the money.
That's correct.
Thank you, Senator Thune.